What is going on, everybody? It's Jets Central coming back with another video, and in this one I wanted to talk a little bit about Le'Veon Bell's absence from the New York Jets voluntary offseason program, okay? And really want to split the video up into two sections. Number one, just being the facts, and then number two, giving you guys my personal take on it, right? Am I bothered by the situation? And really, when you take a step back and you look at it from a timeline perspective, the New York Jets entered the offseason with a bunch of cap availability. And yes, the Jets signed CJ Mosley and Brian Poole and Jamison Crowder, and we traded for Kelechi Osemele. But no move was bigger than signing arguably the best running back in the sport of football, Le'Veon Bell, to a multi-year contract. Le'Veon Bell really seems like he wants to be in New York. You know, he's tweeting with other, Jets players, Jamal Adams and whatnot. He throws a draft party. Adam Gase comes out and says, hey, yeah, Le'Veon Bell's going to be a huge piece for this Jets offense. We're going to use him in the slot. We're going to use him out of the backfield. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And everything was well and good up until the point where Le'Veon Bell did not show up for voluntary workouts. And that right there struck a nerve with a lot of the media. It struck a nerve with a lot of the Jets fans out there, because really when you look at it from a fan and media perspective, optically speaking, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for the player. It's not a good look for the organization. And especially when you have players out there that play really well on their rookie contract and then sign a big deal with their second team, you know, like a mega deal, like a Ndamukong Suh and Albert Hainsworth. You know, fans remember those contracts, right? Fans have those battle scars, and they get reminded of it when things like this happen. So optically speaking, it's not a good look for Bell. It's not a good look for the New York Jets that their prize jewel of the offseason, you know, his first chapter with this new organization, he's skipping it. He's not pouncing on that opportunity. He's taking, he's just taking it off, and he's saying, hey, look, I'm going to do my own thing. It's not a good look. That's just a fact. It's just not a good look. Now, does he have to be there? No, he doesn't. It's voluntary. There's no rule, there's no law saying that he has to go to the voluntary workouts. If he was skipping mandatory workouts, when those come up and he's not there, then it's going to be a huge issue. Then that's when they're, fans and media and, other organizations around the league will be able to say, hey, look, there's bad blood there. There's an underlying issue with those two parties involved. Why is he skipping mandatory, the mandatory part of the off-season program, excuse me. But right now it's the voluntary. And I think there's a little bit of a misconception out there that when a superstar is skipping the voluntary part of the offseason program, that player is doing absolutely nothing. He's doing nothing productive. He's sitting around, he's watching TV, he's gaining weight, he's not working out. Where I feel like in today's game, you have players all across the league. Tom Brady does this, but nobody really has an issue with Tom Brady kind of going into his own customized offseason program, right? Taking his own route, not really listening to exactly what the coaches have to say, kind of saying, hey, this is my body. I know what works best for me. And Le'Veon Bell is doing that with, in this month with himself down in South Florida, right? I've talked to a bunch of Steeler fans, and they personally told me, hey, look, don't worry about it. He does this all the time. He likes to work with his own personalized trainers, personalized strength coaches and stuff for him to get right during the season, because he doesn't really play like any other player out there. You know, he does play the game at a slower speed, but he does have that power as well. So he's an interesting case study when you look at him. Optically speaking, is it a bad look for Bell? Yes. Optically speaking, is it a bad look for the New York Jets? Yes, it is. But hey, look, it's voluntary. Not that big of a deal. Now, my personal take on it, when I first heard about it, I was a little, I don't want to say pissed off, but I was a little shocked. I was like, whoa, like everything, like I really felt like Le'Veon really just wanted to jump on the opportunity, get in the Jets locker room and say, hey, look, I'm here. Let's go take this thing over the top. And I was like, whoa, why is he skipping it? But then once I found out that he's doing his own program down in South Florida, I'm like, okay, cool. He's doing his own thing. No worries. As long as he's there for mandatory, the mandatory part of the program, awesome. Have no problem with it at all. So, again, not really too mad at Le'Veon. Does he have to be there? The answer is no. Not that big of a deal. The only time, it will become a big deal if he skips the mandatory section. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts. Are you mad at Le'Veon? Are you mad at the New York Jets that they're not really working together? But I will say this actually before I end the video. Quinn Williams had a press conference recently, and he said inside that press conference that he got to meet Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon's at the facility. He's not, I think that part of him skipping the Jets voluntary OTAs is over. I think he's there right now because he was obviously, he obviously met Quinnen up in Florham Park. So everything should be good to go right now. And yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And as always, go Jets.